Jeff Bezos made a lot of people, including Bernie Sanders, happy. Bernie is cheering for a big American company. Who would have thought it? Because Bezos said the minimum wage, starting wage for Amazon will be $15 an hour. This is the level that, you know, all the liberal groups say is a living wage. You can actually support yourself on it. What does that mean? Is everybody else going to have to go to 15? What do you think?
Well, it does. We are in a tight labor market, and this does put pressure on other employers that are, you know, they're competing for the same workforce. You got Walmart recently went to, I believe, like $11 an hour. Target had said it's going to $15 an hour by 2020. Costco raised it. A lot of companies have been taking these steps. I think because they had to. The labor market's getting tight. If they want good workers who are going to show up and do the job, they're having to pay a little bit more. Amazon's deal is less generous than it seemed, though. I mean, the median wage nationally for warehouse workers, which is what most of their hires are, is a little more than $15 an hour.
And that's tough work. I mean, lifting boxes and driving trucks and all that stuff.
And in some cases, skilled work.
So Amazon is basically paying what it has to pay at this point.
Yeah.
And if you look at wages overall, they're up about 2.9% over the 12 months. They've been rising over the years a little bit faster than inflation, but not as fast as inflation.
Right.
But you know, you would normally think in a labor market where unemployment is under 4%, what, 3.7% here? I think in the St. Louis area, 3.3%. You'd expect wage inflation. We're not seeing it.
Well, and I think the Amazon move may be an early sign that, you know, the Fed is right to be raising interest rates and to say that this low unemployment is going to lead to wage increases soon, even if it hasn't. It's only beginning to show up in the data.
Yeah, this is the puzzle of this entire recovery, why the average guy isn't getting it. And maybe it's because he's not demanding it. Maybe it's because he's been so frightened by the unemployment of the past that he's afraid to go out and look. He wants the security of the job he has. He's afraid to go out and try to bargain up. Yeah. And certainly unions are continuing to get weaker and weaker. So he doesn't have any help.
No, well, except from people like Bernie, who had introduced what he called the Stop Bezos Act. He was going to tax companies whose workers made so little money that they needed welfare or Medicaid or other public benefits. That bill was probably going nowhere, but it got a lot of attention, and, you know, maybe made Bezos feel bad. But I suspect that he's underneath it all, Jeff Bezos is doing this for solid business reasons. He needs to attract workers to keep growing, and $11 or $12 isn't gonna do it.
I agree.
It's just hard games.